How journaling improves mental clarity and reduces stress. Journaling is an effective technique that can greatly improve mental clarity and lower stress levels. It gives people a controlled way to express themselves, which enables them to analyze their feelings, think back on their past experiences, and understand their own ideas and actions. In this video, we will highlight 7 key ways journaling can positively impact mental health. Number 7, reduces stress. Journaling is a very powerful tool for stress management because it gives people a disciplined way to express their ideas and emotions. People establish a safe space for emotional release when they write about their everyday events, particularly ones that cause them to feel anxious or frustrated. By externalizing their concerns, people can face their stressors instead of repressing them, which can cause tension and anxiety to rise. For example, a person may write about a day at work that was especially stressful, describing individual events that made them anxious, like a challenging chat with a coworker or approaching deadlines. They can examine the situation more critically and come up with practical solutions to their issues if they write down these experiences. Writing itself can also have a meditative effect. It promotes mindfulness by enabling people to concentrate on the here and now instead of being distracted by their rushing thoughts. According to research, writing expressively can dramatically reduce cortisol levels, which are linked to stress, and hence foster a feeling of peace and well-being. This exercise can eventually result in better emotional control and resilience to pressures in the future, which will ultimately promote a more balanced response to life's obstacles. Number 6, calms anxiety. Journaling is a very effective way for many people who struggle with anxiety to deal with their intense feelings. People who write about their nervous thoughts are able to face their anxieties head-on instead of letting them fester unchecked. By expressing their anxieties on writing, individuals frequently acquire perspective on the irrationality or exaggeration of their fears, which may be immensely liberating. For instance, a person who is nervous about a presentation can list all of their worries about it, such as forgetting their lines or receiving negative feedback from their peers. They can assess these ideas more critically and create rebuttals or coping mechanisms by externalizing them. Additionally, journaling helps with cognitive restructuring, a therapeutic approach that entails confronting unfavorable thought patterns and substituting them with more sensible ones. By doing this, people can identify cognitive distortions like black and white thinking, which sees things in extremes, or catastrophizing, which anticipates the worst. According to studies, writing expressively offers a secure environment for examining and comprehending one's emotional landscape, which dramatically lowers anxiety symptoms. In addition to reducing anxiety right away, this practice develops coping mechanisms and resilience over time, enabling people to face life's uncertainties with more assurance. Number 5, alleviates depression. Journaling has been demonstrated to be a successful method for reducing depressive symptoms by giving people a way to express their emotions and work through difficult emotions. People participate in a reflective activity when they write about their feelings and experiences, which enable them to pinpoint the root causes of their depression. This self-examination is essential because frequently people do not fully comprehend the reasons behind their melancholy or hopelessness until they put them in writing. For example, someone who is depressed all the time may find through writing that certain situations or connections are bringing on these emotions, possibly unresolved disputes with family members or unfulfilled personal objectives. Making significant adjustments in one's life frequently begins with this realization, which may be empowering. Journaling also acts as a progress log. Going back over previous entries enables people to see how far they have come over time, reaffirming that change is achievable even when it seems unattainable. The idea that people who regularly keep an emotional journal have fewer depression symptoms than people who do not is supported by research. A better sense of hope and agency in one's life can eventually result from this emotional release, which can also cause catharsis, which is an experience of relief from intense emotions. Number 4, enhances memory. Beyond helping with emotional processing, journaling has significant cognitive benefits for improving memory recall and retention. People process information more deeply when they write in a journal about their experiences or ideas than when they merely think about it. By forging connections between disparate pieces of information, a process called elaborative rehearsal, this active participation aids in the brain's consolidation of memories. Because they have actively digested and arranged the material through writing, kids are more likely to recall specifics later on, whether they write about what they learned in class or about important life experiences. Additionally, journaling encourages people to constantly reflect on their experiences or lessons learned. This repetition strengthens memory pathways by fostering an emotional and cognitive link to the subject matter. According to studies, students who write as part of their study routines outperform those who do not, frequently because writing facilitates greater idea organization and thought clarification than passive review techniques alone. People can improve their overall cognitive function and memory recall by using writing to craft a personalized story. Number 3, boosts self-reflection and awareness. Personal development requires self-reflection, and journaling is a powerful tool for promoting this process by encouraging people to delve deeply into their innermost feelings and thoughts. Regular writing sessions, whether weekly or daily, help people discover recurrent themes in their lives, such as relationship patterns or emotional triggers that could have previously gone overlooked because of the hectic pace of everyday life. People who are more self-aware are able to make wise choices about how they react to different circumstances and engage with other people. Through journaling, for example, someone may discover that they frequently respond defensively to criticism at work. By identifying this pattern, they might approach future situations more calmly and openly rather than impulsively out of fear or insecurity. By posing challenging questions that elicit greater understanding of one's motivations, wants, and fears, such as, what do I actually value? Or how did my past experiences impact my current behavior? Journaling promotes introspection. Through this exercise, people become more emotionally aware, which enhances their emotional intelligence overall and prepares them to create healthier coping strategies. Number 2, encourages optimism. One efficient way that journaling fosters optimism and improves general well-being is by keeping a gratitude diary. People can change their perspective from one that is dominated by negativity or scarcity to one that is defined by plenty and appreciation by deliberately focusing on positive events and expressing gratitude for them, no matter how minor. Over time, this technique has been demonstrated to reduce symptoms of anxiety and despair while simultaneously improving life satisfaction and pleasure levels. For instance, writing down 3 things for which one is thankful each day might help someone develop the ability to see the good in life, especially in the face of difficult circumstances when negativity could otherwise overwhelm them. Recognizing one's blessings on a regular basis fosters a positive outlook on life and supports the idea that despite hardships like losing one's job or experiencing health problems, there are always things for which one should be thankful, such as encouraging friends or lovely weather on a bad day. According to research, people who maintain gratitude notebooks experience more positive feelings and are more resilient in the face of hardship, which eventually improves mental health outcomes. Number 1, facilitates coping with trauma. By enabling people to express their emotions about upsetting experiences in a judgment-free setting, journaling offers tremendous comfort to those dealing with trauma. By constructing a narrative around the incident, writing about traumatic events aids people in making sense of what transpired. This process is known as narrative therapy and is an essential part of emotional healing. As individuals work through the experience's complicated emotions such as anger, grief, shame, or fear, all of which are typical reactions after trauma exposure, this process fosters resilience while encouraging contemplation on how the trauma has affected their life. A person who has lost a loved one could, for instance, write about their memories of them. This can help them process their loss and commemorate their relationship without worrying about criticism from others who might not fully comprehend their suffering. Research demonstrates that journaling about trauma reduces discomfort over time when compared to people who do not write about their experiences, suggesting that journaling is a useful therapeutic strategy for recovering from symptoms of trauma, including PTSD. People can regain control over their stories and promote healing and resilience as they deal with the fallout from traumatic events by creating a narrative around their experiences, whether through guided prompts or free writing. In summary, journaling is a simple yet effective way to improve mental clarity and lower stress in a variety of mental health domains. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to subscribe.